Morning, you guys. Good morning. Let's see if I can set this up here. Here we go. Oh, I'm way down here. Morning. Nice to see you. Oh, that looks pretty scary. Wow. I missed you guys last week. I really did. And I feel much, much better. So we've got a lot to do. My name is Lisa Sherman. For any of you who are just chiming in, hey, Lisa, I can see. Oh, Lisa Perman's watching. Hey, gorgeous. Anyway, you guys, yes, I missed you last week. For those of you who are just chiming in, I'm Lisa Sherman. Welcome to Barre. We got a lot to do, so let's get on to it. Please make sure you've got some light weights. You have a mat, you have a ball. If you don't have a ball, that's cool. You can roll up a towel and use that if you want to. Hi, Sandy. So that works really well. I will guide you through everything. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always reach me at vocalfit46@gmail.com. All right, let's get this party started. Let's do it. We're gonna start on the floor. All right. Okay, you guys, grab your balls or your towel, whatever you've got. I have a nice little colorful ball today. I find these things like in the supermarket. They're, inexpensive and they work. I'm gonna place this just right inside my knees. Now that's gonna allow my feet to be, I'd say, 2 fists apart. Whatever your ball is, whatever you've got, whatever your towel is, make sure your feet are appropriate so you're not twerking your knees. Hands behind the thighs, you're gonna roll right down as you squeeze the ball. Now I'm using a little, like a little pillow underneath my neck. It helps to keep my head in alignment and my neck in alignment. You do what you want. I'm gonna bend the knees and I'm gonna make sure that my feet are flat on the ground. I'm gonna make sure my heels are underneath my knees and my spine is flat on the ground. Nice and comfortable, shoulder blades on the ground. Now we're going to do a series of different exercises for our warm-up. I'm right now going to compress my ball, squeeze my ball. But when I'm doing this, I'm really using the muscles way up in my pelvis, not the muscle, not my knees. I'm not just starting the movement with my knees. And I'm holding a constant contraction. I'm trying to change the shape of the ball. How's that? I'm now going to release. I'm going to do it again. Squeeze, then little release. Squeeze. Now I'm starting the movement with the muscles way, they're a little release. Squeeze. The muscles way high in my pelvis. Squeeze, then little release. Do it again. 2 more. Squeeze and hold. And little release. Do it again. Squeeze and hold. Now I'm going to speed that up. I'm going to go squeeze and release. Now yes, you see my whole leg moving, but I'm really concentrating and focusing on starting that movement way up high in my pelvis. Squeeze and squeeze. 2 more times. Now I'm going to hold that ball really tight like it did in the very beginning. I'm going to add a rhythm. 2 squeezes. Squeeze, squeeze, and release. Squeeze, squeeze, and release. Now every time I'm doing this, I'm pressing my spine down into the floor. Squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. Now again, all these exercises are to focus for the upcoming workload at the bar. We want to really concentrate on those stabilizing muscle groups, the inner thighs, really important. All right, we're going to just go squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. So I'm never really letting go, never really letting go. 8 more, and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Now I'm going to triple this up. Here we go. It's squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So I'm never giving it a chance to rest. Never, never, never. Incorporating, initiating with the muscles way up high in my inner thighs. 8 more, everybody. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Now, I'm going to go high on my toes, hands down. I'm going to lift up my hips. Correct. And I'm holding this position. I'm going to take my hands underneath my butt and I'm going to lift up a little bit higher. I'm going to take my pubic bone, I'm going to bring that towards my belly button, a slight pelvic tilt. From the top, we're going to squeeze, keep that squeeze, then little release. We're going to squeeze and keep that squeeze, then little release. We're going to squeeze, then keep that squeeze, then little release. Squeeze, then keep that squeeze. To the rhythm, it's squeeze and release, and squeeze and release. Now, in this position, I'm really also concentrating on all those muscles surrounding underneath the bottom of my butt cheek, yeah? Those muscles that really need to be nice and strong. Squeeze and little release. We're now going to do a double. Now, on that note, squeeze, squeeze. When I'm talking about the muscles underneath the butt, you know, it's that area that everyone looks at when they turn around and want to look at their bottoms. You know, do they see that beautiful crease or do they see just a lifted line? Let me tell you, whatever you've got, it's beautiful. We just want to make it stronger. Now, let's talk about our butt cheeks since we are on the subject. Notice how I'm not dropping my butt cheeks. I'm not dropping my butt cheeks. I'm using everything in my leg power. I'm now going to continue this, and I'm going to now add a little pulse. Little pulse. Now, just that movement makes a difference. You can really concentrate on those muscles underneath your bottom. Yeah? Squeeze, squeeze. With a slight tuck. Squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. And again, squeeze, squeeze. You should be now starting to feel a little bit warm. Warm in your brain because you're starting to focus. You're waking up, whether you've taken a class before this or not. So I'm doing the double squeezes, but you're starting to initiate an internal warmth. Now, we're going to squeeze 3, 2, 1, drop it down. Go back up. Squeeze, squeeze, drop it down. Now, when I go up, I'm doing little pulses, then down. Lift up, squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful. Up, squeeze, squeeze, drop. Up, and squeeze, drop it down. Again, up, squeeze, squeeze, drop it down. Again, up, squeeze, squeeze, drop it down. 2 more. Up, squeeze, and squeeze, drop it down, and up, and squeeze. And you're going to keep it here. Now, triple time, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Just keep squeezing the ball. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Now drop the ball. It just so happened it landed in between my ankles. It'll never happen again. And all the way up, and all the way up. Now notice I'm keeping my legs a little bit wider now. Here they go. So my legs are in quite a V. On the way up, I'm opening. Opening. Good. Open. So we're going now into those external rotators. Open. 2 more. Hold it here. Just the butt. Tuck, 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 tuck. Now add the legs going out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Just the butt. 4, 4. Add the legs. Just the butt. Just the legs. 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Bring it down. I'm going to move my ball over. I'm going to bring my thighs into my chest. I'm going to roll my ankles. I'm going to roll my spine. I'm going to put my leg closest to you on the ground. I'm going to take the leg furthest from you, and I'm going to lift it straight up. I'm going to flex, point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point. I'm going to lift and drop. Put, and again. Kick. So we want to get ready for our butt rock kicks later on. 4, 3, 2 more. 1 more, hold it here. Hands behind the thighs, give yourself a good morning hug. Shoulders down, spine on the ground. You're going to take the leg closest to you, and I'm going to let that hover on the ground. And I'm really pointing my feet. Now I'm going to move my headpiece, and I'm going to put my hands behind my head, and I'm going to bring my shoulders closer to my hips. I'm not doing the initiation with my neck. I'm simply bringing my sternum to my belly button, or a better view, shoulders towards my hips. And I'm holding this position, isometric contraction, spine on the ground, and hold for 4, and hold for 3, and hold for 2. Now I'm going to take that bottom leg. I'm going to bring it towards the top leg, then all the way down. I'm going to curl towards it, bring it down. Again, curl towards it, then pull the legs apart. Come towards it, pull the legs apart. Do an abdominal curl, open it up. Abdominal curl, open it up. 2 more, 1 and 2. Hold it here. Shoulders are off the ground still. Shoulders are off the ground. Shoulders are off the ground. Isometric contraction. And curl. Curl. As you're doing this, flex the feet. Open the thighs. Curl. Make sure the movement is between that sternum and your pubic bone. There's no need to change the position of your head or neck. Lift your shoulders. Lift your shoulders for 4, 3, 2 more. Bring the legs together. Put the head down. Take your other thigh. Put it on the ground. Bring your other leg right above your hips and flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. And flex. You're going to kick. Up. Up. Give me 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Hold it up on 1. Place your hands behind your thigh. Give yourself a loving cuddle. Hold that position. Big breath in. Shoulders down. Take the other leg and let it hover. I'm going to move my headpiece. Second set. Hands behind the thigh. Behind my head. Nice. Pointing both feet, strong legs. Isometric contraction, set number 2. Remember, have this nice and open and flat, shoulders off the ground, sternum to pubic bone. That's all you got to do. Now, just that leg, up to the standing leg on top and down. Now, add a curl. Breathe out. It's not about height, you guys. It's about form. It's about precision. Breathing out. No stress here. Beautiful work. 2 more. 1 more. Now hold. Open the thighs. Second set. Really let those legs hang open while your shoulders are off the ground. So reevaluate your position. Upper body only. Curl. Curl. We're going to add a change. 2 counts. Pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Don't tug on the head. Shorten the area between the sternum and that pubic bone or belly button. Everything else will follow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head back down. Bring your thighs in. Hands behind the thighs. We've got lots to do today. Rock and roll. Sitting up nice and strong. Take your head towards the camera. Bring it down. Other side. And neutral. Round over. In your own time, let's stand up. I'm going to reevaluate everything in the bar and change the camera, and we're ready to go. Okay, make sure you have water. Really important. And you want to grab your balls or your towels. That would be great. All right. So what I'm going to do is that I'm actually changing my little apparatus. Sometimes I use a round ball, sometimes I use a football. Sometimes I actually get the camera angle correct. What do you think about that? All right, so have this ready. Feet are parallel, shoulders over hips. Now, I've got a bar. Make sure whatever you have in your home is anchored so you can pull your weight away. A chair by itself is not going to work. A railing or whatever you have in your house to make sure that you're anchored. Now I want you to come straight up on your toes. Now come down on the heels, up on the toes. Do it again. Bring it down, bring it up. Let's do that 8 times. It's heels down, onto the toes. Now I want you to lift from way up high in those inner thighs. We just worked all those muscles. Down, lift. So make the work light. Make your weight light. Effortless. 3, 2, hold up on 1. Now just bend your knees a little bit and pull away from the bars so you have an idea of what it feels like to pull away from your anchor. All right? Put your heels down, get your apparatus. Place the apparatus right inside your knees. Right inside your knees. Now, this is only going to work if you walk your feet forward. Forward. You have to be forward. Shoulders down. Elbows are inside, holding onto your rib cage. All right. Squeeze your apparatus by the muscles way up high in those inner thighs. Come down to your 90-degree position. This is your imaginary seated chair. Now, if you just notice, I walked my feet forward because my knees have to be in line with my ankles. My shoulders are in line with my hips, and my arms are straight. Big concentration on quadricep. Big concentration. Now, I want you to press down on your heels and only bend your elbows. And come up about 3/4. Got it? Squeeze on 1, 90-degree 2. Press down on your heels, bend your elbows only, hold. Slowly, squeeze, drop. Press down on your heels, squeeze the ball, bend your elbows slightly to the rhythm. Squeeze, drop, squeeze, lift. So I'm only coming up like 3/4. Squeeze, drop. Squeeze, lift. And I'm really concentrating on everything or adding everything that we've already used on the floor. And what I do is that I like to initiate what I've learned into the next exercise. I apply it. I apply it. I apply my focus. I apply my weight. I apply what I'm trying to achieve. I'm using my inner thighs as my originating balance. Squeeze, drop, squeeze, lift, squeeze, drop, squeeze, lift. 2 more. Squeeze, drop, squeeze, halfway up, squeeze and hold. Now just squeeze, squeeze and hold. Squeeze your apparatus and hold. Squeeze, squeeze. Don't use your knees per se, although they're going to follow. Use your inner thighs. Squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. Isometric contraction with those quadriceps. Ouch. 1 squeeze and drop down. Down. Think down. Down. 8. 7. Squeeze down. Weight in the heels. Last 4. 3. 2. Hold. Bend your elbows. Roll up. Good morning. Well done. Put your apparatus down. Shake out your hands. Shake out your legs. All right. Now that was concentrating on upper body core, inner thigh concentration for trunk, for pelvis stability, quadricep, hamstring, glute. Always thinking of that ring right underneath that butt cheek, all right? Next section, adding a squat and a lunge combination. Feet start together. Walk them forward. You want them forward so you have somewhere to go. You're going to squeeze your thighs together. Bend your knees into a squat. Take the leg closest to the camera, shoot it back. Now, this is a practice run. Do you see that both my knees are flexed? My hips are forward. Arms are straight. Knee in line with the ankle. And go down. Down. Very small movement. Chest lifted. 3, 2. Now use your arm strength to pull up into a releve. Go into a squat. Try the other side. Shoot the leg back, chest up, knees relaxed. Down. Down. Again. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releve. Put your heels down. We're going to start with this leg only. Repetition. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep on going. Keep going. Keep going. We're going to reduce later. Now pull up. Releve. Down for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Pull. Reduce. Down for 2. Out for 2. Down, down, pull, up. Down for 2. Squat, lunge. Drop. 3, 2, 1. And squat for 2. Drop it down. Watch that front knee. Pull. Down for 2. Lunge it. Chest up. And squat for 2. Get there. Drop. 3, 2, 1. And heel. Think of the heels. Share your weight. Drop. Drop again. Down for 2. Get there. Precision. Do it again. Drop for 2. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. From here, we're now going to use the same leg into a hip extension. We're also going to add core and outer thigh. Let's practice. Take your ball, towel, or nothing at all. Whatever you want. If you drop your ball during it, who cares? Nobody should care. Now, the trick is you gotta stand back. You gotta stand back from your anchor. Okay? Now, the arm that's closest to you, lengthen that so it's gonna level out your hips. Now, notice my standing knee is relaxed. Pulling my ribs up away from the floor, foot pointed to the ceiling. Now, I'm gonna move my arms. My standing knee is relaxed. I'm pushing off my anchor into a C-shape abdominal curl. All right? Let's try those 2. Find your position here. Now push off and really round your spine. Now, we're going to add on. See, my knee is in line or slightly in back on my standing leg. I'm going to bring it towards you, cross back, towards you, cross back. Let's start from the top, slowly. It's out, pull, and abduction it's called, And here we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. Lift up. Curl in. 2 abductions. Hip extension. Hip flexion. Abduction. Again. Out for 2. Lift for 2. Abduction. Go. Out for 2. Curl for 2. Abduction. Again. Hip extension. Squeeze that ball. Again. Out for 2. Curl for 2. Abduction. So you're really getting everything here. Again. Out for 2. Curl. Abduct. Now stay in this first position. Hold. Lean towards the arm towards you. Use that leg. Squeeze it. 8, 7. Hip extension. 3, 2, and 1. Put the ball down, or whatever you were using. Shake it out, get some water if you need it. That's a lot of work. Now, of course, typically, in a class session, we would do a lot more repetitions. And I'd be walking around watching you like a hawk. Can't do that in this. So this is the next best thing. And we want to do everything in 1 hour. Okay. We're now going to use the other leg. Squat, lunge, drop. Walk your feet forward. Squat for 2. Start slow. Lunge back. Find your anchor. And drop down. One side's always going to be better than the other. Now pull up. Let's go. Squat for 2. Lunge and find your spot. Down, down, pull up. Releve. Heels down, squat. Chest lift, lunge. Down, down, down. Pull up. Squat. Lunge, chest lifted. Make sure the knee is in line with the ankle. Heels down. Lunge back. Down, down, down. Pull. Down for 2. Squat. Lunge. Down, down. Again. Squat, heels on the floor. Chest lifted. Share the weight. Use your arms. Lift. Down for 2. Out for 2. Down and down and down. Do it again. Squat down. Again. Lunge, and from here, straight down. Weight on the heels. Shoot that leg back. Arms are straight. Again. Down for 2. Lunge back. Chest lifted. Again. And it's down, down. 2 more times. Squat. Lunge. Chest lifted. Arms straight. Last time. Straight. Down, down, down. Releve. Shake it out. Hello, kitty cat. Take your ball or whatever you're using, or nothing at all. Place it behind the leg furthest from the camera. 3 positions. Let's practice them. I'm going to stand back. If you lose your ball, who cares? That first position, knee relaxed. Second position, change your arms. Standing knee is relaxed. Really bring that thigh up high. Abdominal curl, C shape. Third position, Front knee relaxed, abduction with the knee closing in back of the standing leg. Got it? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm moving the arm furthest from you towards the working leg. I move it again. Move that arm furthest from you. Helps to balance your weight. Abduction. Hip extension. Flexion abdominal curl. Abduction. And pull. Precision. Do the best you can. Hip extension. Abdominal curl. And again. One side's always going to be stronger. And again. Out for 2. Pull it in. Do it again. Abduction. 2 more times. Pull. 1 more time. Combination. This time, hold the hip extension and lift up and up and up and 4. Lean towards the working leg. Get out of the standing hip, bring it down, let go of the ball. Shake it out. That was hard. Sit back. Give yourself a stretch. Rolling up. All right. Get another glass of sip of water if you need it. Okay. Now we're going to go into the combo that we do. We're going to do these exercises before we go into the lateral and external rotations. Now, when I talked about abduction before, abduction means away from the midline. So we've done these exercises before. We're not going to do them now, but just so that you understood what abduction is. That's away from the midline. Hip extension, right? And flexion. Just so you understand the other verbiage here. Okay. So, this combination, you do need your ball, or whatever. Again, precision is really important. We're going to put everything we've done together. Walk your feet forward. Releve. Keep the releve. Come into a 90-degree. Bend your elbows, hips back. Back into the 90-degree straight arms. Hips back, straight up, and down. All right, here we go. And you squeeze the ball the whole time. Releve. Squat. Chair. Squat, hips back. Chair, straight arms. Squat, stand up, and down. Let's go. Up for 2. Squat for 2. Chair, 90-degree. Bend the elbows just a little bit when you bring those hips back. Shoot them back. Stand up. Bring it down. Squeeze the ball. Squat. Chair. Stay low. Squat. Chair. Stay low. Squat. Stand up. Stay high on your toes the whole time. Up for 2. Squat. Chair. Squat. Chair. Squat. See, I only bend my elbows a little bit. Down. 2 more times. Up for 2. Squat. Chair. Squat. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze the ball again. Squeeze the ball again. Straight up. Bring it down. Last time. Up, squeeze the ball. Squat, squeeze the ball. Chair, squeeze the ball. Squat, squeeze the ball. Chair, squeeze the ball. Squat. Stand up, bring it down. Good job. The linear section is now done. We're now on to all external rotations. So I'm going to move my mat. Make sure you have something pliable and that will hold your weight, okay? Now, I'm going to put my feet, so if I'm facing you, I'm in a first position, and I'm just going to plie. Weight on the heels. I'm going to lift up my heels now. I'm going to squeeze my thighs together really tight and gently place my heels down. Here we go. Plie, releve, extend down, plie. And when you plie, I want you to melt. Melt, pop, squeeze, drop. Melt, pop, squeeze, drop. Melt, pop. Make sure I'm lifting you up. I'm holding on a string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, quick 2, 3, 4. Do it. 1, 2. Watch that booty. Don't let that booty come out. Yeah. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. And bring your heels down. Now, I want your feet in what we call second position, if you will. Legs are apart, not too wide, it'll be too difficult. Shoulders down, ribs are held and intact. Zipper up your abdominal wall. Releve, hands in front of you. Straight down. Now look at my arm position. Now I'm going to come straight up and put the heels down. Do it again. Lift up. Look at my arm position. When I come down, it doesn't really change. I open up my hips. I squeeze up and bring it down. So to be clear, I moved myself back, so I'm starting with straight arms. Okay? On the count of 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releve. 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight up, not forward, and down. Lift up, straight down. Squeeze up, bring it down to the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift up, 2, 3, 4. Lift up, 2, 3. Keep going. Up, open, up, and down. Do it again. On those toes. Now, when you open up those thighs, really open up those hips. Open up those hips. Yeah? So on the way down, you're really opening up those hips. Do it again. Up, drop. Good. And again. 2 more. Go up, drop, up, down. Last time you're going to stay here. Drop down. Now, as I'm dropping down, can you see I'm opening up my hips? Opening up my hips. Opening up the hips. Opening up the hips. Get lower. Lower. Straight arms. Shoulders over hips. 4, 3, 2, and pull it up, heels down. Shake your legs out. Now we're going to come back to that. From here, the next section is going to be about passe, attitude, arabesque, and that battement kick, which we practiced in the beginning. When you do that battement kick, push down to come up. Down to come up, okay? Starting with the leg closest to you, slowly. Now, I'm also going to stand back. I'm going to stand back. Shoulders down, shoulders over hips. Passe 1. count of 2, look that my front thigh is relaxed. Flex, ribs held, attitude. Arabesque, leg down, and then a big Battement kick. Here we go. Passe, plie, hold, get low. Arabesque, bring it down, big kick. Level 2. Passe, releve, high. Plie, attitude, low. Arabesque, Battement kick. Make your choice on 4, 3, 2, go. Passe, releve. Plie, attitude. Arabesque, down, Battement kick. Again. Passe, releve. Attitude, plie. Arabesque, together, Battement kick. Again. Passe, releve. Plie, attitude. Extend, down, Battement kick. Go. Passe, releve. Plie, attitude. Arabesque, together, Battement kick. And passe, releve. Get low in that plie. Out, down, Battement kick. Again. Passe, releve. Plie, attitude. Arabesque, together, Battement kick. Do it again. You got this now. And Battement kick. 2 more. Plie, attitude. I'm sorry, not the attitude. Arabesque. Last time. You're going to stay here. You're going to stay here. I've changed my arm position. You do what you wish. And I'm going to take that attitude and I'm doing the smallest circles. I'm trying to keep my shoulders forward. It's a tough angle. It looks like I'm leaning. I'm not. Trying to keep my shoulders square so I'm not leaning in that standing hip. Do the best you can. Hold your ribs up. Make pretend there's an imaginary mirror on the floor looking up at your gut. Not pretty. 4, 3, move the whole leg. I'm going to add a rhythm, 2 pulses. Pulse, pulse, and around. Pulse, pulse, and around. Pulse, pulse, and around. Pulse, pulse, and around. 2 more. 1 more. Now, arabesque, out, flex back, out, flex, out, flex and back, out, flex, trying to touch my opposite shoulder. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Round over. Roll up. Great. We're going to start again with that second position plie. But this time, we're going to start with our heels on the ground, change the dynamics of the move. Okay? Arms are still straight to start. Zipper your ribs, big breath in. You know what's coming, so now you can trust and do the movements. All right? Here we go. Plie. Releve, lift the heels. Plie, go down lower, then all the way up. Let's do it slow, 2 counts each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heels down, go down deeper, straight up, not forward. Down for 2. Releve, put the heels down, go down deeper, pull it up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 is lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then you can add a little pulse here. Pulse, 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 lift, pulse, 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 lift. And again, pulse, 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 and pulse. Shoulders over hips. And again, pulse, 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 and 2 more. 1 more. Hold it here. Straight down. I'm going to come up and talk to you through this. Now you're going straight down. Your heels are on the ground. Heels on the ground. Heels on the ground. So you're really low. Now as you're doing this, you're opening up your hips. Opening up your hips. Open up the hips. Open up the hips. Now, if I could explain this even better, your shoulders are over hips. Your chest is high. Arms are straight. Weight on your heels. Open the hips. Open the hips. Open the hips. Open. Open. Now when you're doing this, make sure your foot is flat on the ground. Don't torque the ankle. Keep the foot flat. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 8. Lower. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's very hard. Shake out the legs. Well done. Second side. Passe. Attitude, plie. Arabesque. Down, battement kick. Now we're going to get right into this because you know the exercise. Mentally you're focused. Passe releve. 1, 2. Attitude. Arabesque together, kick. Do it again. Passe, attitude. So you're doing different heights. Here you're high. Here you're low. Here you extend. Here you extend. Again. Passe releve. Attitude plie. Arabesque together, battement kick. Do it again. Passe releve. Attitude plie. Arabesque. Now really push down to come up. So you help to really get that leg up in the air. Extend. And kick. Do it again. Passe releve. Plie. And battement kick. Try to keep your shoulders square. If it means taking the arm, same as leg, like now, I open my arm up and I help to anchor my weight and my shoulders. Arabesque, battement kick. Now really, pop up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend. In. Kick. Go. Passe. Plie. Do it again. Get low. Arabesque. Now really, kick. Do it again. We have 2 more. Let's go. Passe releve. Attitude plie. Arabesque. Kick. This time, stay in the attitude. Rearrange your position. I'm going to change my hands and I'm going to go up and around. Small circles. Small. Keep going. Now when you're doing this, remember, maybe pretend you have that imaginary mirror, right? And the leg is up and around. Very, very small. It's hardly even moving. This is your leg. Up and around. Up and around. Good. Up and around. Up and around. Now change the rhythm. It's up, up and around. Up, up and around. Up, up. It's just a different rhythm. Up, up and around. Try to square your shoulders. Up, up and around. Standing leg is relaxed. Up, up and around. Up, up and around. 4. 2 more. Now, I'm going to arabesque out and extend back. I'm trying to touch my shoulder, the one closest to you, last. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll down. Roll up. So far, inner thigh, outer thigh, glute, core, abduction, adduction, external rotation, hip extension, hip flexion. It's a beautiful thing. What I'd like to do now is just, we have like 5 minutes to do one more exercise. Then we'll do some arms. I would so love to do band work with you guys, but I don't know what your anchor is like, so you may not be able to place a band example. And we could take this class so much further if I knew that you were able to do something like this. So maybe you should write in and let me know if you have that availability, because we'll take this so much further. Anyway, moving on. These arabesques, I don't care about height. I couldn't care less. But this is really trying to sustain all the strength that you've done and all the work and all the focus you've done for the past like 48, 50 minutes. Now, stand back. Fingertips just touching. Releve. Use the leg closest to you. And just go into an arabesque. I don't care about your height. Couldn't care less. You're now going to put that front heel down. But your standing leg, your extended leg, your hip, never drops. Never drops. Ever. And I'm going to bend my front knee. And as I bend my front knee, I'm going to lift that leg. How we ran out of music, who knows? Now, as I'm lifting, I'm going to do 8 more. It's 8. It's real slow. I'm pulling away from my anchor. As I'm pulling away from my anchor, I'm pulling my ribs up away from the floor. It's 6, 5. The weight's on my front heel. Lift that leg. Don't let it drop. 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs together. Releve. Extend the opposite hip. I don't care what your height is. Put that heel down. Keep that extended leg high. I'm going to move that extended arm, as same as leg, out to the side to anchor my weight. I'm going to flex my front leg. I'm going to pull away from my anchor as I lift that extended hip higher. 7, real slow. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just round over. Nice job. Be honest, it's kind of nice not having any music at all. Rolling up. All right, I will put something on. Get your weights. We're just going to do a little bit of arm work. I don't know how this happened. That's new. I guess sometimes you just don't know. And no, kids, I'm not going to start singing. Not today. Not here. I know you were asking about that. I know. I appreciate it. I do. But ain't gonna happen. Okay. All right. Very basic. I like working with external rotations. I think it's pretty cool. back a little bit more. Now, I'm going to go to an anterior flexion right here. Same line as my shoulders. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Hold here. Rotate. Back out and down. Looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. External rotation. Anterior deltoid. Medial deltoid. Teres minor. All these different muscles are working. 8 more. 7. Open. Make sure your trunk is square and in line. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Both arms out to the side. 8. Well, we don't have a huge amount of time for arms, and we don't have any time for stretch, because I like to work you for the hour. So it's really important that you make sure that you give your body the stretch it needs after class. Even though there's a light weight, we're going to trick you. Hold here. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Now when we do body sculpting, it's very light weights with lots of repetitions. The trick is offering different variations or variables, if you will, of rhythms and levels of contraction. 2 more. 1 more. This is pretty basic. We're going to go from the top, go forward. It's 1, rotate, out, down, forward, then rotate, open, forward, down, forward, rotate, forward, down, forward, arms to the side. You know me, or if you don't know me, you're getting to know me. Balance is so important. So, I'm going to turn this way. 2 more. Bring the arms straight back. It's back. Now I'm going to get down a little bit lower and stick my butt out. Knees in line with my ankles. Notice that my hands are not going below my hips. So now we're working that posterior delt. We have 2 minutes. Neck is relaxed. So we're going to be pretty balanced here. For 4, 3, 2 more. Let's go from the top there. Forward. 1. Rotate. And do it again. Do it again. It's been a pleasure being back with you guys. Bring the arms to the side. Again, any questions? vocalfit46@gmail.com. 2 more. Bring the arms straight back. Let's go. 4 more. 4. Really basic here. Now, I'm going to turn my palms in, and I'm just simply going to extend those elbows. Tricep. Okay? Give me 3 pulses. It's pulse, 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 a little bit down. Pulse, 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 just a little bit down. 2 more. We don't have any more time, you guys. 1 more. And excellent. Put the weights down. Bring the arms close to you. Give yourself a hug. Bring the arms up and down. Bring the arms up. Give yourself a hug again. Make sure that you offer a full body stretch. You're going to need it. really important. I prefer taking the time in this whole hour that we have to give you the best that we can do. You stretch on your own. It's a pleasure to see you. Mwah! We'll see you next week. Be safe, be well. Well done. Bye.